Hey, what's up, everybody? I know we're being challenged a little bit here on some support levels around this 11.1, 11.2 that I've been looking at. So far, we're still getting a little bit of support, a little bit of buying interest. So I'm sticking to the Elliott wave pattern that I've been following here for a while. But I did want to show you an alternate pattern in case I'm wrong and it kind of busts out here to the downside. But I'll kind of lay out both of them to get a kind of good look of where I think we're headed. If we stay on the Elliott wave pattern that I'm on now, where we're headed. If not, and it breaks down, where the next support should be. So let's take a look at the chart here. Bitcoin daily chart against the dollar. Uh, I just got my Elliott wave pattern on here. This long arrow here is just an objective I thought we would see on the break of a break of this trend line that I've been following. Um, Everything else on here is pretty much the markings of Elliott wave. Down below, I got the ADX, which is the black line, which measures the trend strength in the market. The green and the red directional index lines. The green is the positive, the red is the negative. And right now, with the green elevated above the red, the bulls are still in control of the trend when you look at it on a day-over-day basis. Um, but here we go. I want to kind of look at this. The main thing I want to look at is where we're kind of at right now. What I thought and what I've been following here is that we had this wave four to the downside right here, and this was kind of what I thought was going to be an extended wave five up to the target of the trend line break, to where we'd have one, two, three, and then we had an ABC right here, which made four, and then we're on this move to the upside for five. Now, I still think we're in there because we still got daily momentum for the bulls, even though we've dropped. And one of the reasons I'm looking at that is if you look at the fib retracement, I know this is gonna be a little rough, but um, the fib retracement right here at 11.022 kind of bounced right from actually the new daily's on here and it's a little bit green, but yesterday it came down and touched the 61.8% level and bounced. And also we have this orange, the 21 exponential moving average, which I think is a key level of support also. So you should have a lot of buying interest in here to keep this leg going to the upside to get our fifth wave to that objective around 16K. um, I'm sticking with that at the moment because I like the way the momentum is still showing on the daily down here with the ADX. I know the ADX is dropping a little bit, but it's still within the realm of of trend strength, and I like how even though it kind of dropped here, the directional indexes are still showing the bulls in control, so that's a good thing. All right, let's say that I'm wrong, which very well could be the case. This is all just kind of, do your own research, but I'm here to kind of help out where I think support and resistance is going to be. But let's get rid of that fib line. Um, Another way to look at this is if actually let me put that fib line back here a second. If this Fibonacci line breaks this 61.8% level here, and it breaks to the downside, the next level is going to be the 55 exponential moving average and the 100% retracement, which is around 96.56, and the moving average right now is at 97.51. So that could be an area that if this breaks to the downside, anybody that's a buyer along this line is going to say, "Oh shit," and they're going to go down here and probably rebuy around this area unless momentum just gets super strong to the downside, and we might even go a lot further. But for now, it's still holding. But if this comes down to that 96 level, this is the alternate Elliott wave count that I'm looking at for the fourth wave instead of the one I have marked. So what would happen is you'd have an ABC here, and let me find the ABC here. Um, you'd have an a B, a C here, and then in theory you get a 3-3-5, which is a flat. So from this point here on this high down to that 90, basically this moving average, that it should work its way down to that level with five waves to the downside. I know it looks kind of tight, so if in theory it could push a lot further and make it a little bit more of a zigzag pattern. But the way this is setting up and the way I'm looking at some of my other indicators, it's still looking like a flat pattern. So the 4 would move over to here with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of some sort down into this range, and then we would get the fifth wave to the upside towards 16K. Can this turn into a zigzag and get some momentum and break down into much lower levels? Possibly, but we'll have to measure that when it happens. So I'm just saying this is kind of an alternate consolidation look, because I was thinking just ABC and then we're off to the races. And so far we're holding and I like it. But it could be an ABC and ABC, and then it will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a 3, 3, 5 flat flat pattern that will hold us on this moving average and then pop us up. But let's hope that it stays right where we're at and kind of hold this 11,000 level and this 21 exponential moving average, and let's just get this thing rocking and rolling to the upside. So I'm just kind of laying out a couple L8 wave patterns I'm looking at going forward. So any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm out at FiboSwanny out on Twitter. Just DM me if you have any questions on the Elliott wave, Fibonacci, anything that's technical analysis related. I don't mind helping out at all. So again, peace out. Happy trading.